Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. Uh, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, we do have membership. It starts as little as $1.99, but you can also sponsor the live streams if you would like to. Hey, you're already part of the community. Why not get your voice heard? So we have news. Jeremy Crawford. We already knew Chris Perkins was leaving. Jeremy Crawford. This is over on Screen Rant. And Chris Perkins to leave Dungeons and Dragons design team. The guiding forces of Dungeons and Dragons for the last decade are both departing Wizards of the Coast. What do we have for the last decade? Oh, 5e. So the guys behind 5e for the last decade. Remember, 5e was 2014. Yeah, they're gone. They're done. Put a fork in them. Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford have been part of the Dungeons design team for decades, and were two of the lead designers of the current 5th edition rule set, which has become the most popular rule set in the game's history. Recently, Perkins became the creative director for D&D, overseeing the story direction of the settings for both the game and other media, while Crawford became the game director, overseeing the rules for the game. After leading the design of a new revised 5th edition, right, D&D 2024, D&D Forever 5.5, and the new core books, both Perkins and Crawford are stepping away from Wizards of the Coast. And Chris Cow also left. There's something in that. This article doesn't tell you what's going on, obviously. Uh, Perkins announced his departure last week, and Rand has learned that Crawford's last day will come later this month. Their departures mark a massive shift for D&D, as the two were the primary shepherds of the game for over a decade, and were the primary faces for the game in various videos, discussing new products and rules changes in official marketing videos. Yeah, Jeremy's the one that basically said that if he didn't have to have the historical record in the history of the making of D&D, he wouldn't have had it, right? Because he was ashamed of it. He was ashamed of the source of the game. So, don't know him personally, just know him by that little bit of his reputation, I guess. Speaking to Screen Rant about the pair's departures from the company, and now this, by the way, folks, is all official BS. VP of Franchise and Product D&D, Jess Lanzillo, said that this was something that the company was prepared for. Both of them have been working on Dungeons and Dragons for a very long time. Lanzilla has not, by the way. She's a recent pickup. It's been a point of discussion for some time, and something we've been training up everyone for. They feel really good about the teams that they have in place and the legacy they're passing on. The timing of their departure was also deliberate, as both waited for the newly revised core rulebooks to come out before leaving the D&D team. I wondered if they waited, and if they're leaving because it hasn't been as well received as they have hoped. Mm, Again, I'm spitballing here, folks. I don't have any behind the scenes information. Anybody I knew at WotC left before these folks left. They wanted to make sure that the core rulebooks were really successful, that they were setting up all the future leads for success, Lenzillo said. And that has happened, and they feel really reassured. Why aren't they speaking? We're reassured that the folks in place will be able to carry with the wonderful legacy that they've given us, and then bring their own stuff on to the table, which we've already been doing. Who will replace them? Don't know yet. Mozilla mentioned the names James Wyatt and Wes Schneider, principal designers who have also been part of the D&D team for years, and both have a bigger place at the table. Lanzilla also mentioned that other designers, including Justice Armin, who have progressive leadership roles as well. Okay. Although the team is losing a combined 40 years of experience with Perkins and Crawford's departures, other members of the teams have stepped up to serve as the project leads of other projects in recent years. Outside the new core rulebooks, other designers have been listed as the project lead for all of D&D's releases over the past 2 years. According to Lanzillo, the D&D team is shifting to match existing team members' strengths. Right now, we have folks in pro roles that are escalating to take on more responsibility. We're looking at the team and our needs and to figure out how to really construct. Attending the press event earlier this year, the D&D franchise team discussed a 5-year plan for future releases. Lanzilla says that hasn't been impacted. We have already set up leads for all those future projects. Chris and Jeremy don't need any substitutes at this moment because they were both in very high level road mapping roles and capacities for the last year. Or are they saying that they were already inconsequential? Or are they being sacrificed because D&D 2024 isn't what it could have been? They've been helping us gather that strategy, set it together, help us figure out the correct casting for everyone on particular efforts. We feel really good about it, and we're really happy. We're really able to contribute to setting up that plan for the future. Closing the interview, Lanzilla wanted to express her appreciation for all that Crawford and Perkins have brought to D&D. I joined the team a little over a year ago, and working with Jeremy and Chris has been one of the privileges of my career. They are fantastic people, along with being just fantastic creatives. I've learned so much, and that goes same for the rest of the team. They've just been so generous at sharing their decades of knowledge with us so that we can move forward in this moment and really kind of let people step forward and bring their cool, new, weird ideas to the table as well. Folks, this is a seismic shift in the D&D franchise. Okay? 3 of your top people they were at the top, right? They were the ones doing the directing. They were the ones pointing the game in the direction it was going to go in. And they're all leaving. And Chris Cow from the D&D Beyond, the digital team, he's also leaving. So again, 3 major players no longer in play. What do you think the future of D&D is going to be? I've already heard rumbles, and we've heard this before, that maybe D&D is going to go the route of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and Dark Heresy, in that WotC will keep the IP but license it out because the RPG itself is inconsequential to the larger IP. Video games, computer games, the VTT, but they're not done with that yet, right? If they can get the AI DM to work with the maps VTT, interesting times ahead. So, folks, what do you think? What does this harken to? What is this signal? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe. If you can, please join us as a member. Greatly appreciated. As usual, Be safe. Be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll those dice well. I'll catch you all tonight. Oh my God. Live stream, 8 p.m. Catch you all later.